All right, my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we have our Intel Arc GPU, our B580. And this has like a little tear seal to open thing. I don't know what this is for. Let's try it. So we're gonna be checking out the B580. So let's tear the seal. You gotta tear the seal to open. I've never seen that happen before on any GPU I've ever bought. So let's go ahead and pull out the Arc and let's see how the Arc experience, because this is what that's what we're looking at right now. This is going to be the Arc experience that we're going to be checking out. So as you can see, nice black box, very nice looking design so far. This is the Founders Edition model from Let's Play, it says. So it just kind of like pops open a little bit. That's kind of cool. Like I'm not even gonna lie. So you got some stuff in here. It looks like a whole bunch of different paperwork and stuff. Let's see right here. Boop. Thank you for choosing Intel Arc B series graphics for your next chapter in hardware. Play, create, generate. Bunch of different little tab things in here. I guess it gives you like the, oh, look at that. Oh, like a little cardboard freaking, so you can let you build like a little cardboard thing. So maybe we'll check this out, but let's go ahead and let's jump right into the thing you guys really want to see. So this is probably the most, the most intricate looking box setup yet that I've seen. You get like this little thing that covers your GPU. Like that is pretty cool, man. They did put some, they absolutely put some freaking, care into packaging this. So let's go ahead and pull out the GPU itself. Now that is a very nice looking GPU, my friends. It's got like this furry, I don't know, it's kind of got like a nice finish to it. 8-pin, 2-fan, Intel Arc GPU. Obviously you're going to have your you're going to have 3 display ports, 1 HDMI, 2.1 I believe. It's got a nice little finish back here. Not a whole lot of stickers or anything to peel off this. That actually looks freaking pretty nice, guys. This is like on the level of, in terms of, yeah, this is a nice looking GPU. Let's look at the PCIe. Very nice. I don't know, guys. We're going to get this bad boy put in. So I am going to be comparing the Intel Arc to the AMD Radeon 9060 XT. These are the newest GPUs from AMD. That's the newest GPU from AMD. And then the NVIDIA. I am kind of feeling like, should we do 5060 Ti or should we do 5068 gig? I don't know. We'll decide, but the Intel Arc is on a 192-bit bus, 12 gigs of VRAM. This card is freaking super sleek. We might actually, to be a little bit more fair, we might throw it up against the 5068 gig. We might do that. Let's do that. I feel like that there's going to be a little bit better than going up against, I don't know, man, going up against the, this card cost me $350. I feel like that's fair to put it up against the 9060 XT. I feel like that's fair to put it up against the I don't know. See, the NVIDIA one's a little bit different because it's always more money for NVIDIA. So you know what? We'll just cover all 4 of them. That's what we'll do. And we'll see. We'll see how the Intel Arc holds up. So let me go ahead and get this into the system, and then we will start checking it out right here on the camera. I will film the screen, and we'll be back in a second. All right, guys, we are installing the drivers. Okay, so it looks like it is complete reboot required. So, okay, so let's go ahead and restart this bad boy with the IntelliDrivers. So is what we're gonna do is we're basically just gonna do everything on the 3440 by 1440p, at least our initial for this specific video. And then as the days go on, we will start getting more into like comparisons between the AMD, the NVIDIA, and like different, you know, classes of cards and stuff. So it should be quite interesting. So we're gonna wait for this thing to start up. It's probably gonna post on the 1440p. Yeah, it's posting on the 1440p monitor. But we're gonna do everything on ultra wide. We're gonna set the ultra wide as the main display as soon as we can get back in here. And I kind of want to jump into the Intel app and see exactly what is going on with that thing. Okay, so let's just make settings display. Oh, it already is. Cool, done. So we got HDR on. So one of the things we're gonna need to do is we're gonna come into here real quick. We don't need Fanatec going right this second. Calibration windows. Let's go ahead and install that, or not install, but open this up. Let's get started. So, okay, that there. Boop. 580. Yeah, that looks good. I don't see it no more. Oh, wait. I went way past. Okay. 580. Looks good to me. Don't see it. Let's go ahead and get us some good color on here. Finish that. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and close that out. So resizable bar is on, up to date. CPU is the 7800X3D processor. Display, I want to see what kind of stuff they have. So LG UltraGear, so I have 3 LG UltraGears on here. Display scaling mode, scaling method, maintain display scaling, variable refresh rate is enabled. Hue. Okay, so look at this, guys. We can play with our saturation. But which one did that saturate? Okay, that they're saturating that one. Okay, so fully saturated on that one there actually looks good. Oh, gosh dang, freaking dumb EA. All right, so this one, let's see. So this should be the one we're looking at right now. Boom. Yeah, like you can saturate that. So probably, I'm thinking 75 on that one. Brightness, basic, advanced, all intensity, contrast. All right. Oh wait, we need color. So I'm already liking that about the Intel, guys, that we can play with the. Because if you look at these two, you see how much more bright and vibrant I can make that one look. So if we go up here to the third one, and then we do our saturation, let's see, 75. Is that even working? Wait, let's see if we can go up higher. Okay, yeah, see, you can go up nice. So I think 75 is looking pretty good for me on that. So we do have color. I like my colors just a little bit more vibrant. And then if you look at this one over here, nice and vibrant over there as well. All right, so let's come down here. Boop. Color depth, 10-bit color. So we've got 10-bit. We can go to 12-bit, but we're gonna be checking out this one right here. So 10 bits, 12 bits. We're gonna leave it at 10. Color format. You can go, okay, so I like that. Graphics adapter supported 48 to 240 hertz. So we do have all of that. 4K support, not supported, but this one right here should give us 4K support, supported, HDR enabled. And then this one here is the same, 10 bits. So quantum range, tune the black and white levels of your stream content to full. Okay, that one looks good on that one. So if we go back to this one, default, and if we just go to full, nice. I want to see this other one too. Default, full, okay. Very, very cool. I'm liking that. Variable refresh rate mode, full screen and windowed. We'll leave that like that. Dude, I'm kind of liking this. Okay. So individual combined, there are no currently combined displays to edit. So, all right, I'm liking that. So display is pretty good. Let's see performance. Presented FPS, so metrics. There's pretty cool. Video, real-time preview, video profile. Okay, so you can just go in there and change that kind of stuff too. So graphics. Frame synchronization, FPS limiter, limits the frame rate, low latency mode. Should we do on and boost? On and boost. Okay, so profiles. Looks like we got The Witcher, some Rainbow Six. More games should probably eventually pop up into here. Should start getting a bunch of them. We'll go ahead and hit 3D Mark first on this, to be completely honest. I'm wondering if we can, so Skull and Bones, Red Dead Redemption 2, Cyberpunk, Black Desert, Odyssey. So yeah, we're getting some good stuff on here. Let me go ahead and let's get this on. So we got, yeah, we're getting some good, we're getting everything. So, all right, let's go to home real quick. So Intel software up to date. 12 gigs of VRAM, resizable bar discrete, up to date. All right, so I wonder if we have performance. I wonder if all right, so there's 20 metrics applied. Oh no, we want that. Apply those. So how do we get these metrics options? Sampling window size, metric, because I want to see if we can have that on there. Oh wait, no, we got. Is there not a recording thing on here to like record? Settings, preferences, color scheme, home, drivers menu. All right, I don't think this is going to have a whatchamacallit on there. So we're going to go ahead and minimize that, and then we're going to go into Steam real quick and do a 3D Mark on here. Let me pull this a little bit. Let me just move that right there. Yeah, we're gonna do this all on the ultra wide today, my friends. And then I'm gonna try to edit this video on this too. That's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna see how the editing will work out on the the B580. All right. Here we go. So we're going to do the one that I do first all the time, because that one there is going to have the Port Royale. We're going to run Port Royale. I'm going to go ahead and minimize that. Hopefully it'll give us the freaking frame rate with MSI Afterburner. Well, shoot. I wonder if it's going to change anything, so we need to change this. B580. B580. Apply. All right, so that there's showing me that 2850 megahertz, 400 megahertz. Dude, why isn't freaking MSI Afterburner showing up though? Interesting. And then we'll jump right onto a game. I'm hoping that will work. Oh wow. That frame looks pretty low, guys. Huh. Wow. It doesn't look as sharp or crispy as it does on the other GPUs like the Radeon or NVIDIA. It looks a little bit more, it almost looks like it's got a lot of film grain. Almost like it's having a little bit of trouble putting out quality. No, I'm just joking. I don't know. No, it looks pretty decent. That looks pretty good. Not as much flickering back there by the bar as on the other ones. But you can tell that frame rate is very, very low. Like we're talking probably in the 20s. I'm gonna have to figure out how to like record video like with a Relive or something on Intel, guys. I don't know if we can do it. Oh wow. Didn't even show us the goo. It didn't even pull out the freaking goo on that, guys. Like it completely omitted the freaking the liquid that comes out of there that makes that thing fall. Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. 0 FPS. What the heck? That was weird. Maybe because I was like playing around with stuff and I was pushing buttons and stuff while I was trying to do it. Maybe it didn't have like the full thing going on. GPU utilization was at 100% though. Intel Arc B580 graphics. Driver version 6913. I'm just kind of looking at the MSI thing. Yeah, that was quite interesting, to be completely honest with you. I might switch this other monitor over to 1080p and see if that will work. See if that will give us, you know, something. Okay, that there's looking a little bit better. I really do try to get you guys like the whole process and the whole experience on these GPUs, just so that you guys can kind of see. I mean, obviously doing the drivers and stuff like that was pretty simple. I mean, the GPU itself, like, physically looks incredible. I'm like, wow, this is a beautiful freaking GPU. But yeah, I think this one's a little bit, I don't know. I'm not going to pass judgment just yet. I'm not going to pass judgment. This is a synthetic benchmark. I mean, you can definitely tell that it renders visuals a little bit differently from AMD and NVIDIA. You can tell that there's like a softness to some of these visuals that usually look really crispy and really like bold on AMD and NVIDIA. I mean, if you were looking at this in seclusion, you know, without ever seeing NVIDIA or AMD, I think you'd be like, ooh, this looks good. You know, you get a little bit of a sparkle up here that you don't normally get on the other ones. On the top of that, definitely lower frame rate, guys. I can already see that. This is pretty low. So now as we walk over here, you'll notice the doors that open. Like last time, I did not see the liquid coming out of there, and I don't see it now either. Like there's no liquid coming out of there, no fluid simulation whatsoever. So that's something interesting. The faces, the reflections, everything is looking pretty decent, but I kind of feel like this GPU is not able to pull that kind of stuff out, just due to the fact that, I mean, this is what, like 20 cores or something. I think it was 20 XE cores on this particular GPU. So let's see if it even will render that thing out. Okay, yeah, it's doing the next part, the graphics test now. All right, because last time it just freaking stopped on us. It didn't even show us. So look at this. We're about 30 frames. Okay, 30 frames. So yeah, definitely under everything else that we've tested in this. So, and this is just the graphics. So yeah, this GPU is going to be, oh wow, this is going to be an interesting one. And then we'll compare, you know, between the 5060 and this. You know what? I don't even think I've run the 9060 XT on this yet. So, but I do have 5060. I do have 5060 Ti. So we'll go ahead and look at that as soon as this is done. I mean, we're getting up to 60 frames on this, where the other two are like in the hundreds. Oh no, the other, you know, like the 9070 XT and the 5070 Ti are significantly farther ahead than this. I don't know. Depending on like XeSS and or Intel's frame generation, maybe we have something. But at the end of the day, I mean, we'll definitely find out. We're gonna do most of our testing on 3440 by 1440p because I feel like at a $350 price range, it should be able to do 3440 1440p with upscaling, all the bells and whistles and stuff. It should be. I feel for my money, it should be able to deliver that experience at 3440 by 1440p. It's just kind of where I'm at with that price range. 350 should be 3440 by 1440p. That's kind of where I'm at. I think 600 and above should be able to give you 4K with features. So there we are with that. Loading the results, please. All right, so 7912 average. So let's compare online. Let's go ahead and make this big. So we're gonna go to my results. So now we're gonna add to compare, and then right down here we should have 5060 Ti, still Nomad, Port Royale. So add to compare, and then let's go ahead and compare these two. So it looks like the 5060, 7.9% better is what this is telling me. 39 frames to 36. So that actually might be a fairly decent. So let's pull that one off. Let's go into my results again. We've got the B580, so let's go ahead and throw that on there with the 5060 Ti and then compare that. 4373 to 36. Okay, 19%. Wow, this actually might not be too freaking horrible. My friends, I thought this was going to be a lot bigger, to be completely honest with you. So that there actually has me feeling a little bit good about this GPU. So let's go ahead and take off the 5060. Let's go back into my results and see if I have a 9060 XT on here. I got a 9070, a 9070, a 9070. Yeah, I don't think I ran that. So let's try a Port Royale with a 9070 XT and see what that looks like. So we are like 135%. We're at 86 frames. So yeah, that's pretty massive. Pretty massive gulp in between like the higher end GPUs. So let's go ahead and pull that one off. Let's go back into my results one more time and let's find the 5070 Ti. 9070, 5070 Ti, Port Royale. Let's go ahead and add that to compare. And then the 5070 is 144% difference. So 89 versus the 36. So a little more. I mean, like, yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. So, all right, let's go ahead and drop out of this. That's some pretty good results for the most part. So I say we are at least getting close to the average. So let's go ahead and stop Port Royale. And then we are gonna try something like Doom Dark Ages. We have a troller play. Now I'm really hoping that, okay, so that threw it on a different screen. So you know what? We'll try it at 1440. That's fine with me. We'll do 1440p. But I want Xbox type controller for this game, so let's go ahead and throw on the Xbox controller. Guys, that was actually freaking pretty good. So here we go. We got the B580. We'll have that going right there, and then we'll go ahead and switch the. Because obviously this is trying to give us a different freaking resolution than what it's actually at. I wonder if this game's even going to play with this though. Sometimes it freezes like this. Okay, cool. Whew. Hopefully we'll get in. HDR is not supported for this hardware. Whatever, don't lie to me. Settings. Performance. Oh, maybe I have HDR off on this one. TAA. We're gonna do it with XESS. We're gonna do performance like we would have done with the other one. Enable HDR. Motion blurs off. Path tracing. We're gonna try it without path tracing first. Ultra Nightmare. Settings. Apply. Why the hell are my freaking controls not working? What the heck is wrong with my controller? Maybe it's just set to this one. Yeah, it's set to this one, so whatever. Okay. Siege Part 1. I wonder if this one even has XES frame generation, guys. But we'll find out in a moment. 60 frames. And this is at 1440p, guys. Fifty framesy wingsies. This is like a super new game, so that's why we're trying this. We're testing this one out because it's like this one here. I feel like this should be a 1440p GPU at $350 with 12 gigs of VRAM. I think that 1440p should be an achievable method for this. So far like XESS is holding up fairly well. I mean, this is actually looking pretty decent to me for the most part. I mean, it's got like the regular ray tracing, so that's pretty impressive to be able to Ultra Nightmare this thing. I mean, we are getting fairly decent overall image quality. Look, like the shadowing and stuff over here. Yeah, that looks good, guys. That looks good. We're gonna test out a couple more games too. So real quick. We'll keep it going as long as dang man, this Intel GPU is actually not that freaking bad. Ooh, boy. Sorry, we're testing it with the features. We have to test it with the features just because right when I saw like Hardware Unbox video the other day, like I legit was like, oh my gosh, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have bought that. So I have to see it at a playable experience for me if it's good or not. And right now, at 1440p, this is playable for me. So I might actually be willing to pull back out the ultra wide 1080p. Like we might want to throw this on the 1080p ultra wide because like right here, this is actually looking quite good, my friends. I'm actually pretty satisfied with the overall look of this game. Yeah. Nice. All right, Doomslayer, let's go slay. Let's go rip and tear. Okay, we're gonna skip this. Like we've already seen that. Get into the game. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, this is smooth. Smooth as a baby's bottom. Smooth bottom. Yeah, this is smooth, guys. Look at that look at that frame time graph. Oh my gosh. Absolutely beautiful smooth. Okay, let's go. 85. Yeah, this is absolutely playable. I wonder, are we even getting any kind of freaking frame generation though? Field of view, frame, film grain. So XESS, we're at performance. I don't think we have, guys, I don't think we have a frame generator on here. Look, we've got, yeah, we got XeSS performance and we've got frame generation on DLSS and FSR, but nothing for XeSS. So yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with your freaking, I'm on the PlayStation controller, so it feels kind of awkward. I kind of feel like maybe we try, I don't mind the, I think we're gonna try, because look at that, there's so many ultra quality, so let's just try quality. I feel like quality is probably more, if that can get us at least a 60. Yeah, we're getting at least a 60 on here. Oh my gosh, this just feels so fast and fluid. And it looks good still, guys. Tell I've kind of taken these dudes out a few times. Bloop. Bucko. Ooh. I don't want that. I want my cycler. Dude, this is great. I mean, we are dropping fairly low, but we're definitely not at a 60 FPS experience anymore. So maybe we have to go back to, yeah, we have to go back to performance, guys. As much as I like the visual quality and stuff, I feel like performance is where we're at with this game. If you're wanting 1440p, and to be fair, it does look soft, but this is a pretty freaking heavy game, guys. Like, it's got some good optimization and stuff like that, but we're at a point where freaking games these days, like this softer look to them, I don't necessarily mind it a lot on some games. It depends. Some games I need to look very, very nice, but some I'm just like, all right. So yeah, this is playable, 100% playable on the B580. It would be cooler if it had some frame gen. I would like to see what Intel's answer to frame gen would be, but this right here, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So let's go ahead and get out of this game and find us a different one. But before that, I am putting back on an Xbox controller because this is going to get a little bit wild, my friends. So I want to try another game that is actually supposedly freaking, where is it? I want to try, don't at me. Don't you guys freaking at me. But this one here, we're going to try on the ultra wide. Don't you guys be atting me, man. You know this game is always going to be in the freaking running for freaking Spoken. Yeah, baby. Forspoken. Let's do it. Let's do it. This one, I guess we could technically use AMD's frame generation, but I want to see if this will at least let me run this game at 1440p, guys. This is a must. This is a must for me. Like, this is a game that I actively like to play, so it has to work. Ooh, we dropped. Okay, 3440. Let's see if it even has. Oh, yep, it does have XeSS. So maybe we'll be able to utilize, let's try quality. Oh shoot, I won't be able to use frame gen. I was hoping that I could use AMD's frame gen with this, but all right, let's see. Let's just see if I can at least get a playable frame rate. Oh yeah. Okay, because we actually have enough VRAM to play, but oh man, even the 5060 was letting me play this at like low settings and stuff. Freaking love my Forspoken, man. Okay, so XeSS looks fine and all that jazz, but we might have to. We're gonna jump on over to FSR3. And we're going to go to performance, and then we're going to turn on the frame generator. Okay, good. Oh man, that is freaking great. Oh, 100 framesy wamesies. And yeah, this still looks perfectly fine. It is a little bit softer. Obviously, you can see like some freaking fizzle and stuff, but gosh damn, the game is there. It's intact. Feels smooth, fun to play. Okay. Now we're talking being able to actually use this GPU to play games the way I would want to play them. Absolutely incredible. Feels smooth, absolutely works just fine. It's great that AMD is absolutely incredible. It makes this GPU a blast. Yeah. Looks like Booski. Yeah, dude, look at this. We are doing good. Yeah, baby. Where you at, bucko? There you are. What you doing over there, weirdo? Boom. Okay, yeah, this is absolutely freaking playable, guys. Nice. Ultra wide. At 100 frames, like, yeah, this is looking pretty good. Obviously, we would like it to be a little bit sharper, but the frame generation on here absolutely, yeah, it's not even like super horrible. Like you can see it out there in the background, like when you move the camera or whatever. But like when you're moving forward and stuff, and you're like in the moment playing the game, that kind of stuff, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I could find myself, I'm immersed. I'm already immersed in freaking Forspoken. Because this is what matters the most, is just the being able to run around and enjoy the experience. Yeah, the freaking, oh boy. And this game here has just got so much particle effect and everything in it that, yeah, turning the camera doesn't even matter. Yeah. Okay, so, whew, man, that is a plus for yeah, baby. Yes. Yeah, perfect. This is playable. So, all right, let's get out of this game and let's go into the next one. We're going to try to do the rest of them on here. Robocop Rogue City. Let's do it. So I did download of some of these games that are freaking built for freaking Arc or whatever. They come up with the Arc splash screen. So I was like, all right, let's do that. Let's throw some Arcy in there, some Arcy Arc, just to kind of see. I don't think I have. Yep, there you go. There's your Arc. Boo! Look at this thing, man. It's just like, the shader freaking comp on Unreal Engine, dude, is so annoying. So let's see what we've got. Intel XeSS. You know what? Let's do balanced. and then Epic. We're at 1440, so yeah, let's do Epic. And let's just get in here and see if this game will actually even play. I think it's still shader comp. See how we're like 85, well, 90%, 97, 100% of the CPU. Yeah, we're still doing shader compilation. So we do have rebar enabled and everything like that. So we should be able to hopefully get into this and ooh, yeah, we might be. Okay, so obviously we need performance. Or is there a frame generation for this? Frame rate unlimited, high quality lumen. Should we try? We'll turn that off and see if that will. All right, that there can get us at least to 60. I mean, technically freaking playable like this, but damn, that was a nice drop. So we are struggling, but dude, we're not even using the full 12 gigs of VRAM. We're about six and a half or something. So maybe it's just the fact that like UE5, because this is a UE5 game. That's kind of why I pulled it out. I was like, all right, let's see how that's gonna affect things. But for the most part, I'm finding this at least playable. You know, obviously the freaking reflections and lumen and all of that stuff. You know, you might have to turn some of that stuff down. Okay, so all right, at least that's playable. But let's get out of this game, because this one's not really looking that great. Yes. Hi, my sugar, you're already home. All right, and now let's check out some sort of Horizon Forbidden West. And this will probably be the last game for this video. And then I will put together something else to kind of show you guys some of the other stuff with this, but I want to at least see how this is going to play with a lot of these games. We're going to HDR, aspect ratio 21:9, upscale method. I'm just doing XeSS and stuff like that, my friends, just to see at least how the game is playable. So 240 FreeSync, and then we'll keep obviously AMD's frame generation on. We'll turn that off for now when we jump in, but we're gonna have graphics. Oh, why would it do that? We want very high, guys. What the heck are you guys trying to do to me? 16, we got 12 gigs and we're only at 3440. Okay, so okay on that. Let's play. Let's see how this one here is going to turn out. So far, everything's playing and working. So like we're doing pretty good with the Intel Arc so far. Actually, we are gonna try another game. We're gonna do. We're also gonna be doing display. Okay. Yep. I just wanted to make sure we are set with the proper thing. So this one might need to do like a loading in the things or whatever, like the shaders that usually happens. I need a new freaking. I've really got to get a new freaking camera stand. This one here is starting to really annoy me. Intel Arc B580. Interesting. All it has to do is impress me and let me play at least at 3440 by 1440p, and I'm satisfied. That's me though. Will this allow me to play some games? Like something like Robocop, I'd end up throwing on 1080p, so not a big deal. I will be testing all of this stuff out on the 4K 1080p 480 hertz. We will be doing some of that. We'll be trying to do some high refresh gaming stuff on this, and yeah, guys, I'm not feeling like it's a waste of money just yet. I'm actually, after seeing the benchmark scores, you know, with the 5060 and the 5060 Ti versus this, I'm actually feeling like it's pretty decent. Like, I am getting good frame rate, but man, you are leaving a lot of features on the table in terms of being able to actually play some of these games. Like, I think a lot of these games are going to have to do this. So sorry about the video being a little bit longer, guys, but we're going to do this game and then one more after this. I want to see how, because I want to see how Star Wars Outlaws is going to play on this one, because that's got an Intel Arc splash screen. So I want to check that one out right after this one. So we're just going to jump in here and test it without frame gen and then with frame gen. Oh, we don't even need frame gen. Look at that, 60-ish. Okay. 60-ish frames, and it looks good. We're getting all of our, okay, yeah, we're about 10 gigs max settings. Perfect. This absolutely is pretty decent. Pretty decent. Okay, let's go ahead and put on the frame generation. Boop. Oh, there we go. Yeah. See. Oh man, I freaking love AMD. I love AMD. I love AMD. Very, very nice. Yep. And the frame gen actually holds up very well. See, AMD's frame gen is actually pretty dang good. It can take your experience and just kind of smooth it out even more. So yeah, that is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible, guys. So let's go ahead and test out one more game. Sorry that we're just like jumping through these things like really super fast. Today's my anniversary. My wife just got home, so I want to spend time with her, but I want to get this video out really quick too. So let's go ahead. Come on, Yubi. Come on, Yubi. Come on, Yubi. So let's do our Outlaws. Is going to be our last one. So let me get that one right there. Boom. Outlaws, Outlaws, Outlaws. We were just testing this out the other day, so this one should be an interesting one because it's actually got the splash screen. So if it's even going to work, I was starting to wonder. Okay, cool. They've been doing the splashy screens, man. So I want to see some goodness out of this. Oh, shoot. I thought it was an Intel one. Oh, yeah. See, there you go. Intel Core. Oh, Intel Core. It wasn't even... So it's an NVIDIA one. NVIDIA. So I messed up, guys. I thought this was an Intel. I kept seeing that. But whatever. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it does. How it does on the Intel. Settings, video, 3440. Okay, we test everything else on performance nowadays, so we're going to test this one on performance. Oh wait, does this one have any kind of frame gen for it? Yeah, it does have frame gen. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah, dude, this might actually have. Okay, NVIDIA Direct Lighting, absolutely. Turning that off, guys. I mean, we could try it, but I think the 3440 by 1440p, it's going to cripple this 20 core GPU, but eventually we'll try it. I mean, it's already looking a little bit, oh boy. Oh no, it always does that even on every other GPU. It gets down into the 40s before it loads in, because it's loading in the things. Maybe it will work, maybe it won't, maybe it's gonna freeze and die. 541, dude, this is with frame gen? Wow. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? We might actually have to use the same settings we used on the 5060 for this game. I don't think frame generation is working, to be completely honest with you. Let's check. Let's check. Yeah, frame gen's not even freaking working, guys. It's not doing anything. Because that's actually pretty commendable. It actually has pretty nice image quality too. Yeah, dude, like frame generation's not even working. Or maybe it just doesn't show. Because yeah, we're at about 47. Video. I just think it's not actually even showing up. Is what I think is happening. Because it is smoother. It is smoother, but it's just not showing us on the actual thing. So I feel like we are getting the frame gen, but it is just not actually showing up on the counter. So 45 frames, not horrible for 3440 by 1440 with ultra settings with performance XeSS. Yeah, I mean, I could play this. Yeah, I could easily play this for sure. It's definitely not bad at all. So, all right, my friends, if you guys like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.